What's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? I wanted to come out with this video because I feel like it's super important for you guys, especially in this day of age with the pandemic ending. Hopefully, if you're in America or if you are in other countries, I pray for the best health for you, your family, everyone around you, inshallah. And I wanted to make this video because I felt like it could help you guys. And you know, it's safe to say everyone in this world, the 6 billion, 7 billion people in this world, all have dreams. We have a dream of something that we've always wanted to become, something that we always wanted to do, whether it's a job, whether it's traveling all around the world or meeting people. It doesn't matter what, it could be physical, it could be mental. Guys, we all have something, and unfortunately we let the people around us tell us who we are or what we can be, or we also let life tell us who we are or what we can be. The experiences of life can always stress us, right? You go day by day and you forget who you are, you forget what you're about because you have to, work a lot to pay the rent, or you have to be on time to work, and from there it's just go, and you don't have time for yourself. When you come home, you're exhausted, you don't even work out, you're not focusing on your diet or your food, you're just not taking account to what's going on inside. And guys, I want to mention that this is a recipe of a short life. It is. And one thing before I start, one thing that I've been super interested in is how can we live longer? And I mean this, like, how can we live longer? Because in this day of age, it's all about work. It's all about being someone that we're not, or doing something that we're not, to be stressed out and try to get things done. And we're taking days off of our lives because of that, and look, stress leads to eating, and eating leads to what? Unhealthy habits. You're not working out, you're not doing your thing, and we gotta fix that. So I'll come out with another video to talk about that. But today's video is going to be the 3 questions you should ask yourself every single morning in regards to your goal. And before I tell you the 3 questions, I want to tell you why you should ask yourself these 3 questions, right? Humans are a creature of habit. That's who we are. If we're someone that loves to run outside every morning, it becomes a habit. It becomes something where it's not something you have to do. It's not something you want to do. It's just something you do, And just to draw correlation to my religion, I'm a Muslim, and we are mandated in Islam to pray 5 times a day. 5 times a day. 5 times a day. Why? Because in this day, in this life, we could get so immersed, so invested into the small things of life, whether it could be good, whether it's drama, bad, whatever the case is, that we forget. We forget God, we forget our religion, we forget who we are. And we get to the point where, we're living this life, forgetting about the afterlife. This is not going to be a religious video, but I want to connect it to your goals. It's the same concept. We forget what we're doing in life, and we forget our goals. We let the goals die with us. And that's why you should ask these 3 questions every day. It becomes a habit. Your mind starts to focus, right? It starts to focus on what you're asking yourself every day. And before you know it, it's something that you just think about naturally. It's not something you have to force. So going into the first question, I have my notes here. The first question is, write down your main long-term goal on a piece of paper, okay? And when you write down your goal, whatever it is, whether it's, I'm going to say, short-term or long-term, on this piece of paper, you want to be as specific as possible. What is the goal? But also, when do you want to achieve this goal? So to give you context, in my job, I work with the Salesforce platform. And yesterday, which was Thursday, I passed my Salesforce Advanced Administrator exam, which was a big win for me because, the pursuit of knowledge is always accepted in anyone's life, right? You wanna be up to date with whatever you're working in. But this wouldn't have happened if in November I said I wanted to do this, and I never reminded myself every single day up until yesterday, which is we're in May, of why I wanted to do this. you want to be highly specific, and you want to have the end date as to when you want to complete it, because you want to have that in your mind. You want to internalize it, and you want your mind to live by it, right? Once you live by it, everything you do is shifted around that goal. So long term or short term, write down your goals and make sure you are specific, and have an end date. The second question is, why is it a must for you to achieve this goal? Like, how is it going to enrich your life experience? How is it going to help you? And the best thing that I love about this question is, what's your primary motivation for this goal? Like, what's your motivation? Why do you want to do it? What is it about this goal that excites you? And we all have that, right? We all have that one goal, that whether it's starting a company and growing that brand from zero to a corporation or whatever, right? Or learning how to code and making an app, like, that is super motivating. Or losing weight, losing 30 pounds in a specific amount of time because you're tired of the way you look at yourself. Ask yourself what that motivation is. Ask yourself why it's so important for you, and how is it going to enrich your life. And when I ask you this question about enriching your life, I don't want you to think about how it's going to enrich your life when you achieve the goal, but think long term. Think about the domino effects, right? In the sense of, I want to complete, 30 days of working out. I've never worked out in my life, right? I've never been to the gym. I've always been someone who was a food connoisseur, someone who just wants to eat, and I kind of let myself go, right? And now my goal is, I want to work out for 30 days. So you're going to ask yourself, well, how is it going to enrich my life after those 30 days? My thing is, well, how is it going to enrich your life after that year? Because I guarantee you that when you see the benefits and the positives and the blessings of working out, when you see the benefits and the blessings of meditating every morning, or waking up and asking yourself what you're grateful for, or whatever the goal is, you're going to want to do it more. Your mind is used to it. You created that habit. Well, how is it going to enrich your life in a year from now? When I first started working out in 2014, I never asked myself, how was it going to enrich my life 4 or 5 years from now? I never thought about that, because if you watch my last video about how I got into working out, you would see, I was someone who was very, at that time, was a red alert. No confidence, no belief in himself. I was in college. I was lost. My mind, I was just not there. But after working out for those 30 days, I can see the vision of where I wanted to go. But that vision I didn't see that vision earlier on. When you ask yourself the question about why you want to do your goal, why you want to approach your goal, always ask yourself, what's the motivation? What's the reason that you want to get to where you want? And how is it going to enrich your life 4 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And that's where you start to really get into that goal, into the nitty-gritty of it, and you start to outline it. And then the last question is the most important question, because as you do this every day, what is it about this goal that you need to do, right? Every day. You need action. It's not only enough to write down your goal and to know why you want to do it and why it will help your life, but it's also mandated upon you to act on the goal. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. You have to act. And guys, this is gonna keep you in check, right? When you answer the third question of how much progress have you made? How much progress have you made, right? So day 1, you said you wanted to work out. Okay, you worked out. Day 2, you write down, I worked out last night and I felt really good. Day 3, I worked out last night. Day 4, I didn't work out. I was going through some issues mentally inside. I didn't believe in myself. I stayed home. But then you see that instead of ignoring it. Because psychologically, a lot of people like to ignore their failures. They like to shun the bad parts of their life. They don't like to face the truth. You can run from the truth, right? You can always run from the truth, but it will always come back. And before you know it, you're going to wish you can go back in time to that day where you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Approach your fear. Face it head on. And you may fail. You may embarrass yourself. I've done that, right? You may fall face down. But there's always a beauty, right? There's always that beauty of falling down and getting back up. That's the warrior spirit, the mentality of a warrior. That's the mentality of life, you know. There's a lot of people struggling in this time, and a lot of people have been hurt by this pandemic. But the beauty of life is not the falling down, not the embarrassment, but getting back up. So I don't want to take too much of your time. Inshallah, you guys achieve all your goals. Sending out prayers to everyone all around this world. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment what you think about this video, suggestions on the next video, and always love to hear you guys. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, The Arabian Stallion. I'm more active in terms of comments on there as well. So looking to hear from you guys. See you soon. Bye.